Tabaquito, Jape, Cacao, thank you for being here. Guide us, transform us, and just let it be what it needs to be for our highest good. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And again, inhale in. Sigh it out.
Communities and that protects heirloom varieties. And I pull a card at the beginning. I do Hape, and I stir with intention to the right, infusing our intentions for the day. And I stir to the left to remove spiritual blockages, negativity, things that are kind of bringing us down right now. Today, I pulled the card Strength for us, for our cacao, which is a really great card of marrying your softness with your inner strength. And so maybe that's something to reflect on today about where you need to soften and where you need to garner your inner strength. I use cacao daily, and I use it to open my heart. I sit with it and I meditate with it. It's been really transformational for me. It has been a very softening experience, and it's helped me come into my divine feminine a lot, which I generally have trouble with because I'm a very protective, masculine individual sometimes. So it's really transformational for me to connect with my inner feminine and to connect with where I am at emotionally and to reflect what I need to focus on for that day, where I need to grow and soften. And it's been really great making cacao for people. It's an honor. It's been an honor making it for you guys today too. So.
Yeah. Well, my name is May. Welcome to the Healing Tree Collective. I am one of the practitioners here, and Abby has become my sister. I feel like we're family from a while ago. So we work together really well. And today we are not just doing a cacao ceremony. Today, the purpose of this workshop is for you to learn the benefits of cacao, a little bit of education of what the ceremony means. Why do we call it ceremony? What the heck are we doing with this? As we know, cacao is a plant, and it can be used when used with integrity and respect and in a sacred space with intention. It can definitely transform your life in many ways. So we're going to give you education today. You get to ask us questions about this. And it's just going to be really cool. So I am going to also be doing some sound for you today as we move through the ceremony piece of it. So cacao has been transformational. Just like Abby, I was very in my masculine for years. I was very protected, dealing with a lot of anger, insecurities, all sorts of things. And cacao and Hape, and we'll talk about Hape later, but cacao particularly opened my heart. And I was able to see the pain, the grief, the resentment, the things that I needed to deal with to be able to move forward in my life. That it wasn't nobody else's fault. It was my responsibility to take care of my heart and what was happening in there. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and I hope that when you partake of the cacao, it can be transformational for you as well.
And just so you know, what is sitting on your guys' pillows right now is a little package of cacao for you to take home. It's either 2 meditative doses or 1 ceremonial dose. And I also have a little vial for you guys to fill with sweeteners when you guys are preparing your cacao. You can also mix spices in with your cacao powder to customize it for when you take it home with you. Also, I included a paper that has instructions on how to make the cacao at home. dosage information and suggestions for a home ritual, like what you can do when you get home with the cacao and how you can sit with it.
Yeah. So as always, I would like to start the our time with the opening circle. And I want to start with Jacob over there, and just tell us your name, what called you, other than Abby being your wife, to be here. Back then, I mean, this, and Abby will dive into the roots of this in a second, but ceremony basically means the bridge between your spiritual self and your physical. So we are physical, we're obviously in the human experience, but there's also this spiritual self. So when we come together to say, we call it ceremony, is that sacred space where those two come together, the human you and the spiritual you, for transformation, for healing, for releasing, whatever you need. This plan usually meets you where you're at. And just like Reiki or any other modality, it meets you where you're at. You don't have to feel unworthy, like, did I need to do this to receive the cacao, transformational medicine? No, absolutely not. Anyone can drink this, and if you, whatever you're at, your emotional state, your mental state, your body, whatever it is welcome in this ceremony space. And we call it medicine because it heals you. It does heal you. It does transforms you. So I want to clarify that, because this is not just that we went to Walgreens and we bought the chocolate and then we didn't have anything else to do, and then we just created an event. There's integrity. No, I'm serious. There is integrity in what we're doing and because it's changing lives so fast, we both felt called, like, we need to do something. We need to educate people because they need to sit with this. So is our passion for helping people. And also we have seen in this space specifically how her life is changing as she's making the medicine, how my life is changing as I'm directing the ceremony, and all of you. So we are coming here with integrity and love and passion to help you move forward in whatever your journey is, whatever you're at today. So it's gonna be really healing and transformational, and it will meet you where you're at. So those things are important. And yeah, know everyone who says, hey, I'm having a ceremony, they may not have the same integrity. I don't know, but I'm talking about my work and her work and the way that we chose to show up for this. So it's very sacred. This is a safe space, and we are here to empower you and support your journey. Okay? So those two components, medicine and ceremony, in this type of settings, you're gonna be hearing that very often. And if you guys have deeper questions into what that means, or you wanna know more, there's going to be a portion of the class where you can ask more questions.
Also, it's important for us to know how to not just do the ceremony, but how you can incorporate it into daily life. Mm-hmm. And ceremony can be such a huge ritual that happens, and you don't have to do everything I do to make a batch to have a simple cup of cacao that you can go back and forth until it became like a really thick froth on top, which was kind of awesome and tasty. While cacao was mixed with these things, when the Spanish conquistadors came, they absolutely fucking hated it. Like, they thought it was bitter as hell, and they did not find it palatable at all. But once the wine started running out, they started coming around a little bit and started making it palatable to themselves. So they would add a lot more sugars, add a lot more water, a lot more flavoring to make it palatable for them. And because it became so infamous in that setting with the conquistadors, when they went back to Spain, they gave it to the royals, to the elite, to the rich, and it became huge there. And so huge that like royalty actually gave it to their partners at engagement and stuff like that. But this cacao, because it became so popular, it went crazy in European countries. And there was a huge demand for cacao, which unfortunately led to large plantations and slavery producing the cacao, which is really frustrating. Knowing that. And further on in the Industrial Revolution, cacao became more machine processed. And so it was further divorced from its like ritual, from its cultural meaning, and it was kind of just treated as a treat at that point. You have like the cocoa, Dutch processed cocoa, things like that. Which cocoa is very different from cacao. Cocoa is a much more processed, watered down version of cacao, and it doesn't hold the same vibrational frequency and spiritual frequency that cacao does. Cacao in its raw form is just a powerhouse of antioxidants and all these things that she'll go over. But
it goes really well with cacao. Again, we're using all plants. Tobacco is also a plant. And when we connect with tobacco, it can be very protective and very amazing. So I have the beautiful experience to diet that plant, tobacco, and it was amazing. It was so transformational for me. And it really helped me connect with my roots, my guides, and really find myself again, really. So Hape will be served at the end if you're interested, and you can ask more questions about it, but it's basically a very fine little powder that I will administrate through your nose. Okay, so I know this sounds weird, but we're gonna, again, this is education. A lot of people don't know what this is. So I put it in my hand, and then I'm gonna use the applicator over here, and I'm going to fill my applicator with it a little bit, and then it goes through your left nostril first because it's going to connect with your feminine energy, and it shoots up to your third eye, and it opens your third eye. So that's the first thing you'll feel, like, whoa, a door open, I see something, a window open, something like that. I saw God, the universe, whatever it is. And of course, we're serving a mini, tiny dose. So you can go big or you can go very small. I, as a practitioner, use it with care, so I don't care for big doses. Big doses doesn't mean that you're going to have a better experience necessarily. Okay, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to serve that at the end, and we have many different flavors. And I usually like to mix them according to your intention. So if you have a particular intention, like, hey, I want to work on my intuition, or I want to work on clarity, or I want to work on anything specifically, then I'll mix the plants. And then the first one goes to your left, the second one goes to your right. It makes you sneeze a little, it makes you cough a little, and then you just sit there and meditate, and it's beautiful. Okay, so it's safe. We're not doing drugs here. I would like to clarify. No. So yeah, but it pairs really well with the cacao blend. So that's and because this is an educational class, I would love to start talking about plants and Hape and how beautiful this medicine also is.
I'm not necessarily super hungry when I start off with the day with it. So it's kind of a nice centering thing to do to slow you down in the morning, and then you can kind of, like you're saying, when you feel ready to eat, you can eat, sort of thing.
Are we good? Yes.
I have a question on coffee.
Yeah, go for it.
You mentioned that there are different kinds that you have up there. Is it just different varieties of it? Or?
Different varieties of it, yeah. So every single one has a Y, right? So I have copaiba tree here. I had that this morning, so it's very grounding. Abby has different mixes here. I have more mixes here. So again, according to your intention, I will decide, and I will tell you, hey, I'm using cacao. Actually, we have cacao Hape, which is super incredible too. So, you can tell me your intentions, and then I will help you navigate. And then I will tell you, hey, this is what I used, and this is why. So I'm very intuitive, obviously, as I'm serving you. So whatever the plan is communicating, I will, according to your intentions, know what to give you. And again, it's very baby dose. So you're barely gonna have anything in your nose today. It's just a taste, to kind of open up to these practices, if that makes sense.
To Pachamama, to
Any other questions?
Mother Earth, whatever you prefer. And you can now put it in your mouth, and I'm gonna have you crack it open with your teeth gently. And you're gonna split it open. If it opens in your mouth, totally fine. There we go. So as you open it, you'll see it's filled with cacao nibs. And this is the pure, unprocessed cacao. And I'm gonna have you taste a nib. It's going to be very bitter. So if you're not into it, you can spit it right back out. That's okay. But I want you, if you're good with it, sit with it in your mouth for a second. Taste what it tastes like. What do you feel on your tongue? How does it make you feel in your heart to take that? What qualities stand out to you?
We're supposed to put like the whole half.
No, just the nibs.
Super talkative.
We're all over here like,
We're eating it.
She has a whole thing in her mouth.
What'd you say?
I said I ate the whole thing.
You ate the whole thing.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It really like a little nut. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't find it bitter.
I didn't either.
I thought it was very inviting.
Oh, that's
See
awesome.
the smell, weirdly, and I don't know if anybody's had this, but it smells like cacahuate japonés in a weird way. Like when I smelled it, I was like, this is an interesting smell. It's
Yeah.
like a Mexican interpretation of like a coated peanut.
Yeah.
Well, Japanese peanuts, I don't know.
Yeah. Absolutely. It does have that quality. I've never made that connection
I smelled it,
before.
and I was like, I feel deceived.
Yeah. Alright.
But it's kind of creamy like the pecan.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, I was thinking of
Yeah. Yeah, it has a softer quality than a lot of nuts do.
I thought it was gonna be really hard when I bit into it.
Yeah.
It was not.
Yeah. It's much easier to kind of crack open than you would think it is. Anything else?
And I wasn't expecting it to look this way.
Yeah.
I was gonna give me a dopamine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Great.
I love that. Okay. So, I'm going to do a demo for you guys. We're going to turn on the lights a little bit so you can see. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to show you how to just make a personal cup of cacao so that you can incorporate it to a daily ritual. It is so simple and it's not intimidating at all. So I want everyone to end up feeling comfortable by the end of it. And if you have questions, we'll totally go over all of them.
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
Making your cacao,
Yeah.
do you have to make it for yourself to have intention, or does it lose the intention if you're not the one making it for yourself?
It doesn't lose intention, but I do it just because I love cacao. I generally also, if I don't drink it before, I do drink it after. And all of this little stuff that moves creates a froth. I create a froth, I just don't create a thick froth like I would like. So, but like I said, there's no wrong way to do it. If it doesn't serve you, figure out whatever else does. You can even just use a simple spoon. That's all you need, a spoon and a cup to make this. If you want sometimes when you make cacao, you'll see kind of little pieces still, even when it's melted, or you'll notice a separation of the liquids. I really love using an electric mixer. You can even use your blender if you want. And it helps really emulsify and make it mix together so that it won't separate. You can even make batches in advance, which I like to do for myself, and it'll sit in the fridge for 7 days. And sometimes it even lasts longer than that, but I can never guarantee past 7 days. But you can sit with it for a while, which is nice.
And that's a great way to start the day, so you don't have to make it all the time, and you can put your intention into it, that one big time sort of thing. But this is almost done. You can use a frother for sure. I'm using the little individual frother today. If you guys want to check it out, you guys, I would suggest coming here so I can show you what the paste looks like when you make it. I'm going to add some of my spices.
So using the different
Syrup in it. So I like to create a paste with this first, and I stir it, and you'll kind of see it gets saturated then. As you create it, it starts kind of looking more like a syrup, like a thick fudge sort of thing. And now that this is done, so you pour in a little bit first to help melt all the chocolate. I recommend about 1/4 to 1/3 of the way of the cup. And you're going to stir it with intention. Today, I want to have a soft heart, but I also want to come into my inner strength and have balance with that. So I am stirring to the right for open heart, softness, inner strength, and balance, and removing negative energy, spiritual blockages, mental, physical blockages, and whatever does not serve me, sort of thing. That's just, it's almost like a prayer that you just offer up to the universe or any deity you believe in, and you just say thank you to Mama Cacao for your medicine. And you can see now that it's pretty melted in there. Like it creates more what looks like hot cocoa sort of thing. And now that we've kind of melted that, we're gonna put the rest of our water in there. I like a big cup, but you don't have to do a big cup. Like whatever size suits you is good. And I take the whisk, and there's no problem using electric stuff. We also live in a modern age and we have to adapt things. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong by using a whisk. And you put it kind of to the corner of the cup and let it stir. And you can do the same thing, stirring with intention if you want. What you want to remove, what you want to infuse. And I do it for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how melted your cacao got. And you can even bring it up to the surface a little bit to kind of get some of that foam, if you guys want to see. Anyone that's interested. You kind of just put it at the edge and it starts creating a foam around the edges. If there's any, like people only do organic, that it's organic. I want it to be for everyone, but you don't have to make your own stuff at all. You can be like, I want to use some syrup in this. I want to use cane sugar. I want to use pure agave or honey. Any of those things work. And you can make your own syrups if you like. It's actually not that hard. It takes maybe 15 minutes, and most of the time it's just sitting on the stove infusing, and you're stirring every once in a while. And if anybody's interested in that, I can absolutely send you an email about recipes for those. So just give me your email and I will send that out to anyone that's interested. Yeah, of course. Any other questions about this?
Did you put the spices and stuff in before?
I did, and that's a great point. The reason I did is because when I emulsify it, it helps blend everything in there. Otherwise, that cinnamon is going to be an asshole and just sit on the top. And so, and you're like, I'm drinking clumps of cinnamon. Cool. So definitely, I like to emulsify it to prevent that for sure. But great point. Thank you.
Wow.
Anyone else? All right, feel free to sit back down. Connect with the plant, to connect with whatever like energy you like to connect to, whether it's spirit, Pachamama, the universe, God, whatever. That is bringing it closer into that. And so just sitting with it and using that cooling off time as time for intention is really great and practical because it's hot. All right. It's normal to get emotional. If you need tissues, they're here. Please feel free.
Nice and slow. You can maybe lay down on one side and just see how you feel. Just nice and easy. You can slowly make your way up. So when you arrived in your seated position, just keep your eyes closed. We are going to close our ceremonial time with a little prayer. You can rub your palms in front of your heart and just feel the warmth of your hands and your energy. And you can stop right in front of your heart and tuning in with the energy of gratitude. So much gratitude for these practices, so much gratitude for the spirit of cacao. So much gratitude for this space. So much gratitude for every single one of us in this room. May the journey continue. May this medicine still follow you through your week, through your day.
And it's just comforting to say, like, oh, we can think about next year now because there's no rush. It's already happening. So it's just like this nice, like, feeling of I have time and I can slow down and just enjoy where I am right now. Because I will get to where my heart is showing me. It just shows me way quicker and I'm impatient. So yeah, I just felt like this truly like slowing down. And it felt amazing. It was tasted wonderful again as well. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that lately what's been coming up for me is the energy of always feeling like you're doing something wrong. And I feel humans would really resonate with this. And the energy, it's faint, but it comes in enough to where I recognize it. And I love these moments where I can sit with myself and sit in stillness and really have these conversations of you're truly trusting yourself in this journey, and it's continuing to show that. And the space, just having that really deep conversation of you've gotten so far, and you continuously trust yourself, and you continuously trust your excitement, your highest excitement. You continue to trust what you feel in that present moment. And nothing can ever tell you that you're wrong.
For this moment and this space. And I felt like my heart really opened to how special like this little ceremony and moment was. And I felt really grateful to be able to be a part of it with you guys. And I felt really softened. Just like you said, the rose kind of resonated with me, and it just made me feel at peace, I think. Yeah.
Anyone tasted the rose? You tasted it? Oh my God, yeah. So that was my experience. Definitely smelled it right away, felt it right away, and it was just really nurturing and beautiful. So again, Abby, thank you for this. Thank you for stepping up into this new role for you. And thank you for your medicine is amazing. Honestly, I'm honored to do this with you. So thank you so much. Thank you, all of you, for coming. We're having another event next month. So we're going to continue. This is just the beginning. And, you know, we're just excited to educate people and bring awareness around these plants that are out there and people are not really know how to use them. So